has suffered a major setback after the High Court ruled that the newly proposed university funding model is unconstitutional. Now, the court found the model discriminatory and pointed out a glaring lack of public participation in its formulation. While education stakeholders had raised concerns about the model's approach, which ties funding to students' financial ability, arguing it could widen inequality in access to higher education. Well, the ruling marks a turning point as the government scrambles to find a solution to meet the needs of over 1.5 million students in universities across the country. Elizabeth Atieno brings us the details.
Friday, the High Court quashed the implementation of the new university education funding model, ruling that the new model fund is unconstitutional and discriminatory among the university students.
Implementation of the variable scholarship and loan funding model as currently stands contravenes Section 53 of the Constitution under the mandate of the Higher Education Loans Board and is unlawful.
According to the High Court Judge Chacha Mwita, public participation was necessary before enrolling the model, which directly affects the university students.
It was not subject to public participation despite its fundamental effect to the country's education system. The implementation of this new funding model also bypassed parliamentary oversight in violation of Article 95 sub Article 5B of the Constitution.
The court further says that it is the government's responsibility to fund public universities, adding that passing the responsibility to parents is a violation of the Constitution, further violating legitimate expectation.
As already alluded to, education being a public good, the government has a positive obligation to ensure that Kenyan students have access to the courses they desire without hindrance through prohibitive policies.
On the 3rd of October 2024, the High Court issued orders temporarily halting the implementation of the model, pending the determination of the case filed by the Kenya Human Rights Commission, the Elimu Bora Working Group, Boaz Waruku, and the Students' Caucus. KHRC has since expressed its satisfaction on the High Court ruling.
No prohibition is hereby issued prohibiting implementation of the variable scholarship and loan funding model until the government complies with constitutional and legal requirements where necessary.
The High Court ruling comes just a day after questions are raised as to why the 129-member National Working Committee on the review of the new university education funding model failed to submit its final report despite its term having elapsed 5 weeks ago. The committee was gazetted by President William Ruto on the 16th of September and was tasked with evaluating the controversial funding model.
The Working Party was appointed in 2022 and submitted its report in June 2023 after students had applied for placement. The recommendations had not been made and the students could not have been now made aware of the cost of the courses and units in universities when they made the application.
The new university funding model was introduced in 2023 following recommendations from the Presidential Working Party on education reforms, which proposed various reforms across the education sector. Elizabeth Atieno, TV 47, Nairobi.
All right, now